In my other video, mineral versus chemical sunscreens, what actually happens on your skin, we talked about how the modern clear zinc sunscreens actually work. Today, I want to slow things down and talk about one specific question that I get all the time. What about mineral only sunscreens? Are they better? Are they safer? And do you actually need one? When you see a sunscreen labeled 100% mineral or zinc only, it usually means one thing. The sunscreen is usually only zinc oxide or titanium oxide to protect your skin from the sun. No chemical UV filters. The rest of the lotion is still a normal cream, but the actual sun protection comes only from these minerals. A lot of people feel comfortable with that. Some like the idea of using something simpler. Some have sensitive skin, or they find that chemical sunscreen they sting around the eyes. Some people feel calmer choosing a mineral only option, and that is completely fine. Sunscreen is personal and comfort matters more than marketing. Mineral filters have one lovely quality. They are stable in sunlight, photo stable. They don't fade, they don't break down while you're wearing them. They just stay there quietly doing their job for as long as the layer stays on your skin. The only thing that stops them working are rubbing, sweating, or swimming, or simply not applying enough in the first place. It is simple, dependable protection. So why doesn't everyone use mineral only sunscreen? Because every choice comes with trade-offs. Let's talk through those honestly, the way I would with a patient in my clinic. The first trade-off is the finish. The finish, how it looks. How does it look after you've applied it? Even with all the new clear zinc, nanoparticle technology, mineral only sunscreens can still leave a light cast on deeper skin tones. While some people won't notice it at all, some won't mind it, and some will feel it changes how they look. It's just something to be aware of, because if the finish bothers you, you'll end up using too little and not using it consistently. The second trade off is the texture. To reach a high SPF using zinc alone, you need a good amount of zinc in the formula, and that makes the sunscreen feel thicker and richer than the fluid sunscreen that you feel in the chemical sunscreens. Some people like that feeling, the thick, the creamier feeling, because it feels protective. Others prefer something lighter that disappears instantly and does not have that finish that they can see. Again, no right or wrong, just knowing yourself. And if you have eczema, rosacea, or you find that some sunscreens irritate your skin for reasons you can't quite explain, remember that it's often the base of the product rather than the UV filter itself. And that's another reason some people feel more at ease with mineral only formulas. Then there's also the cost. Mineral only sunscreens tend to be more expensive per bottle, especially in Australia. For families or for people who use a lot of sunscreen outdoors, that can make a difference. I always say the best sunscreen is the one you actually use generously. If a product feels so expensive that you start saving or spreading it too thinly, then the protection won't match what's written on the label. Now you might ask, so who is mineral sunscreen really for? It's a good option for people with very sensitive skin, a good option if sunscreen often sting your eyes. A helpful choice if you want something very stable for long days outdoors, and for people who simply feel more at ease using zinc, and it gives them confidence, and confidence leads to better habits. Mineral only sunscreen is not a requirement for good sun protection. A well chosen chemical sunscreen is just as protective, sometimes more comfortable, and often much easier to wear every day. What matters is that you pick something you can apply generously, reapply when you need, and actually enjoy using. So I want to keep this simple because sunscreen already feels confusing to so many people. There isn't a good or bad, there isn't a right or wrong. Mineral sunscreen is just one of the tools available, and for some people, it fits their skin, their lifestyle, and comfort better than anything else. For others, a light chemical sunscreen is one they can reach every morning without thinking, and that consistency will protect them far more than chasing a perfect label. If you haven't watched the companion video Mineral versus Chemical Sunscreen, what actually happens on your skin, I'd really encourage you to watch it and after this one. That video gives you the foundation, the how it works story. This video is about who it's for. And when you put those two pieces together, you'll understand sunscreens in a calmer, confident, practical way. And if you want to go one level deeper, especially if you live in Australia, watch my video on the fiercest sun on earth. It explains why our UV in Australia behaves the way it does, and why the small decisions you make every morning matter more than almost anywhere else in the world. At the end of the day, mineral only sunscreen, chemical or hybrid, the best sunscreen is the one you use properly in generous amount and in a way that fits your life. My goal isn't to tell you which one to choose. It's to help you understand your options so you can choose. You can choose the one you actually use. And if this video helps even one person feel more confident and less overwhelmed by all the things about sunscreen, it's already worth the effort. I love to hear from you. If you had your own experience, good or bad, with mineral only sunscreen, share it in the comments. Your story might help the next person to find what works for them too. Thank you for listening.